Something going on in our country. We want our country to be back. We want our country to be run by people with intelligence, with common sense, with smartness, with love for our country, not love for other people in other countries. But Desantis is, it's great. You talk about branding. Branding is a great thing. You brand somebody. So it's DeSanctimonious. I never said this. It's DeSanctimonious. But you can't keep using it. It's too long, but it's a beautiful term. DeSanctimonious, it flows. But you sort of can use it once every 2 or 3 paragraphs, right? Brad, wherever the hell, Brad by Brad. Where the hell is that guy? He's the greatest. But he was there right from, I think he's the first person that endorsed me in the whole country. The whole country. So I happen to love him. See, I'm very loyal to people like that, But think of it. So it's DeSanctimonious, but the abbreviation is DeSanctis. If you put the 2 words together, put DeSanctis underneath, it's a beautiful thing. There's actually a certain genius to it. So he's being interviewed by one of the networks on a straight interview. Ladies and gentlemen, we're pleased to have Governor Ron DeSantis with us today. Thank you very much, Governor DeSantis.
Yeah, what's going on, y'all? Thank you for coming to my channel. My name is Wally, and you are now tuned into PBH TV.
Hey, this the king of melodies beat.
Yo, we back with some more world news. Guess what, man? We got your boy Trump going in on Ron DeSantis. He called him DeSantis. That's a crazy name right there. He called him Ron DeSantis. If that's not crazy, I don't know what else to tell you. You know Mr. No Holds Barred Donald Trump, right? Guess what? He's going in on your boy Ron DeSantis. He's calling him DeSantis, all right? So whatever that means, you put 2 and 2 together. Go in the comments. Let me know what you think he's really trying to call him, all right? I'm curious to know. And with that being said, make sure you sit back, react with your boy as we dive into this interview. And make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. And definitely join the Patreon if you want to support the channel any further. Let's go, baby.
This has spent his entire time in Congress angrily railing against ethanol and fighting to terminate the renewable fuel standard, which without that, the ethanol would be totally destroyed. He said that demolishing ethanol was a no-brainer. Got to get it out. He also said that about Social Security, by the way, and he also said it about a thing called Medicare. Remember one thing about a politician. Whatever they say first, that's where they go. Now, they'll come back. I have no idea what he's saying. I don't really care. I think he's in 5th place in one of the states now. He dropped to 5th. He's number 5. I wonder how he feels about that. Just came out poll. He's number 5 in one state or another. But with a politician, when they come out, like he came out very strongly against Social Security, and he wanted to raise the minimum age to 70 or higher. I said, these people have worked. We could do many other things. We don't have to do that. But when they do that, they may soften a lot during the election process. But as soon as the election's over, they always go back to what they originally wanted. That's their instinct.
I say this, right? Make sure you all out here creating your own wealth, because if not, you will have to depend and wait till you turn 70 years old, according to DeSantis, all right?
And same with Medicare. A killer on Medicare. You deserve Medicare. You've paid a big price for Medicare and for Social Security. He wants to kill it. No, he wants to kill it. We could do plenty of other things. You know what we could do? We have more oil than any other country in the world. We can drill for oil, and what we can take out of there is peanuts compared to what we're going to save by doing harm to Medicare and to Social Security. We want to take our oil and sell it to Europe, which we were ready. We were energy independent. We were going to be, within a matter of months, energy dominant. We were doing more business and taking out more oil than Russia, Saudi Arabia, and it was soon going to be combined. We were 3rd when I got in. When I left, we were by far number 1. And we were going to start selling our oil and gas to Europe and making a fortune. And by the way, keeping the price down so that Putin wouldn't have been able to prosecute his war in Ukraine. He wouldn't have done it anyway because I told him, you can't do it, you can't do it, you can't do it, Vladimir, you can't do it, don't do it. And he didn't do it. He didn't do it during my administration. And China wasn't talking about Taiwan during my administration.
That is facts, yo. Hey, I can't disagree with this right here, man. He's speaking facts right now.
DeSanctimonious also strongly opposed the $28 billion that I talked about before to defend our farmers from Chinese trading abuse. And that was abuse. They abused our farmers, and our farmers were great. When I needed their help, because I needed a little help, they had to give me a little time. You know, you can't do these things that quickly. To get it done properly, you have to leave the table a couple of times. I left the table a lot, and they came back to me every single time.
And guess what? All these farmers are being squeezed out right now. You understand me? And guess who's buying up all the farmland? If you don't know, go on Google and come back. Type it in the comments. I want to see if you guys are doing your homework.
But the farmers said, nope. I'd never forget, there was an interview on television. They interviewed a couple of farmers, and they said, all of them in unison, nope, our president's doing the right things. We're with him all the way. And when I got that incredible deal where China has to buy $50 billion worth of our products, you know, it's supposed to be 15. It's supposed to be 15 billion, and I misunderstood. I heard it as 50. So my guy said, sir, 15. I said, wait a minute, you told me 50. No, we always said 15. So perhaps I'm losing a little hearing or something? I said, I heard 50. They said, no, it's 15 we're asking for. I said, ask for 50. You'll get it. They asked for 50 and they got it. It was as simple as that. So it was good that I didn't hear it perfectly.
Hey, and what you need to learn from that is closed mouths never get fed, you heard?
Right, Madam Senator, right? Great job you do. But DeSantis sided with the communists in China, and I sided with the farmers in America, if that's okay. I sided, no, you're going to find out. There's a bad seed there. He's a bad seed. Like you, every once in a while you have a bad seed. You think it's good, but it's bad. I mean, anybody that you got elected should support you. If I help somebody, if somebody, you know, I help somebody, and it does happen on occasion. I figure 10% of the time. You help somebody a lot, then all of a sudden you see they go against you. And you just can't, it's hard to like those people.
Yeah, word.
Mostly good, 90% good. 85%, 5% a little bit not great, and 10%, you know, they go against. But you get somebody where he's out of politics, he's just getting crushed by the Secretary of Agriculture, Adam Putnam. Big thing in Florida, agriculture too. Secretary of Agriculture is the second biggest position. He's been running for 8 years. Ron was down by like 30 or 40 points. It was over. The primary was soon. And they asked me, beg me, please, 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 please. And he said, you're the most popular person. You know, I got more votes than he did in Florida. Nobody wants to talk about it. The fake news will never talk about it. He got a lot of votes. I got much more than he got, by 1.2 million, I believe. 1.2 million more votes than he did. I'm the one that turned Florida. He didn't turn Florida. He rode my coattails, but I endorsed him. And then they asked him that question. And I, you know, so anywhere, so they have an expression, I suspect it came out of Iowa. They call it a bad seed. But you don't like those people too much. You know, when you help somebody, I helped a lot of people in Iowa, a lot, and I haven't had such love from some of these political people. We're going to have to think about that, you know? Some of these political people. Some of these political people. But I don't mention names because I like to stay very, very non-confrontational. But some of these political people that are running, that were begging for my support. Sir, please, sir, could you do a rally? Sir, please, could you endorse me? I need your endorsement. So, you know, my endorsement were almost 99% when I endorse somebody, a Republican, they win. And they're asking me for endorsement. And then I heard they're going to remain neutral. I think we're going to remain neutral, sir. I said, I would like to remain neutral, too. So anyway, but you got to remember that, you know. But with this guy DeSantis, so well, he's running, and we hit him hard. You have to, and we've hit some of the other ones hard too. And despite the fact they say, sir, he's a Republican. You shouldn't hit him hard. I say, if you don't mind, let me do it my way. My consultants, my geniuses in the back, they get paid a lot of money. But we hit a lot of the other ones hard, and some of them we don't hit hard. I mean, I respect some of the people that were running. By the way, the debate numbers were the lowest in the history of debates. You saw that, right? So that was good.
Yeah, that debate was comical. And it was really nobody in, I don't think anyone is interested in any of those candidates, to be honest with you. They just wanted to see entertainment.
And my speech simultaneously put in Michigan to the auto workers, got great ratings. So it's good. There's something going on in our country. We want our country to be back. We want our country to be run by people with intelligence, with common sense.
You know, another thing that I noticed too, right? It's just like a boxing match, right? Certain people only want to see two specific boxers fight, while the league may make another two people fight. Right now, the people want to see Biden or him go at it. I really think that's what they want to see. They want to see who's going to win out of those two. Everyone else is just there for confusion.
We want our country to be run by people with intelligence, with common sense, with smartness, with love for our country, not love for other people in other countries.
Word.
But DeSantis is, you know, it's great. You talk about branding. Branding is a great thing. You brand somebody. So it's DeSanctimonious. I never said this. It's DeSanctimonious. But you can't keep using it. It's too long. But it's a beautiful term. DeSanctimonious, it flows. But you sort of can use it once every 2 or 3 paragraphs, right? Brad, wherever the hell, Brad by Brad. Where the hell is that guy? He's the greatest. But he was there right from, I think he's the first person that endorsed me in the whole country. The whole country. So I happen to love him. See, I'm very loyal to people like that, you know? But think of it. So it's DeSanctimonious. But the abbreviation is DeSanctis. If you put the 2 words together, put DeSanctis underneath, it's a beautiful thing. There's actually a certain genius to it.
Yo, what I'm getting from Trump right now, it seems like DeSantis, correct me if I'm wrong, this is my assumption, my opinion. Seems like he just rides people's bandwagon. If it's gonna work, he'll endorse it. And once it don't work for you, he gonna distance himself from you. It seems like that's what it is. Correct me if I'm wrong.
So he's being interviewed by one of the networks on a straight interview. Ladies and gentlemen, we're pleased to have Governor Ron DeSantis with us today. Thank you very much, Governor DeSantis. It's DeSantis. But he actually changed his name, right? He went DeSantis, right? He doesn't want DeSantis. He wants DeSantis. And I left him a message. Never change your name in the middle of a campaign. Do you agree with that?
Word.
Never change your name, Senator, in the middle of a campaign. Anyway, but he's looks like he's toast. I never say that about anything. You know, I could say I'd go into a deal in business, and they're waiting for me to sign. Everything's done 100%, and I'm walking into the conference room ready to sign. I say, what are my chances of getting it done? So I'd say, what are your chances of getting it? Now, all they need is my signature. I'd say 50-50. So I never take anything for granted. He is so gone, this guy. And he should be gone because he did the wrong things. And he's young. He could have run in 28. I think his career in 28 is finished, too, because he's not a talented person. But he could have run in 28. They say walked in. You don't walk into any. You need great talent for this stuff. You don't walk in. You think somebody's going to walk in, and they always get clobbered, right? They get clobbered because they don't have the talent. They don't have a lot of things. They don't have in his case, they don't have the personality. You need a little personality, right?
Hey, he's 100% with that. For some reason, DeSantis is too bland. He almost seems like a robot. No feelings, no emotion. A lot of lacklusters over there, man. No good, no good. Alright, so with that being said, if you like what you saw, you already know what I'm going to say, right? Like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Definitely hit the notification bell. We'll see you guys on the next one. Don't forget, join the Patreon if you want to support the channel any further. Love, y'all.